So things are coming along. While this worked super well, it was ugly. So, got the new bumper. Gonna have to adjust the height of the splitter to fit. Picked up some tires, Toyo RRs. So those are for the back 255s. Gotta find some fronts. Also, went to the junkyard the other day. Found this. So this is an E153, but it's from a Camry. So really the difference between the Camry and the MR2 gearbox is going to be the shifter mechanism, the shift shaft. So obviously the Camry shifts this way where the MR2 comes out the back. So I want to modify this box and test it out. So I'm gonna have to drill a hole there and then just use a shifter from the MR2 box in it. Because this E153 has a longer final drive, and I also just want to test the box and see if it works. So yeah, that'll be a fun project, and I'm gonna make a video on how to do this, how to convert it, because there's so much, like, no one really seems to know besides a few people, and everybody always asks, and there's pretty much like one forum post about it. So yeah, gonna do that, and hopefully that'll help people in the future, as E153s are harder and harder to find, and they're just getting more expensive. So yeah, it'll be interesting just to see how that works in the car with the longer final drive. I'm not really sure if it's going to help with Utah Motorsports Campus, which is where I'm normally racing, but it could be fun to test it out, and it's always good to have a spare box laying around. I've also got this in the mail from Paul Woods. So it's just a extension cable for the intake, because right now my intake is kind of stuck where it is because the cable is as long as it'll go. So I bought this extension, try to make this look a little nicer, and cleaned up the filter. Used the wrong cleaner, some of the red came off, but I haven't cleaned this since I put it on last year, so at least it's clean. All right, got the car back together. Really stoked how it's turning out. Front end, I mean, it looks so much better. Shades off just slightly, but whatever. That's old. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I forgot to throw some tape on that sucker just to keep it in there. So the lip is just an eBay Crux replica lip, and then I raised the splitter up a bit in order to match, because the old bumper was a bit lower. I ended up creating some support rods with some cable and some riv nuts up into the crash bar. And ooh, forgot one thing. There we go. Now it's looking a little more finished. So still have plans to do some work in the fog light area. Still have the holes to be able to run bolts through there. So probably gonna either make some block off plates or some ducts for the brakes, or some air curtains to help get the high pressure out from the wheel well area. Or a mix of all of it. I do have some ideas for some brake ducting that's on its way, so we'll get there. Another thing I did was wrap the wing black. Just makes the car look way better with both things, you know, the new front end and the wing instead of silver and that old black bumper. To tie it together though, gonna need to fix these mounts for the wing and fix the trunk lid, sand off this crap, paint it white again, cover those holes with something. But yeah, just stoked to have another project done. Still lots more to do from the performance side of things, but yeah, this feels good.